I'm not afraid to bend my back. I'm not afraid of dirt. But how I fear the things I do for lack of honest work. My family is lost to me. They could not bear the hurt to see the state their boy is in for lack of honest work. I hold no blame for anyone. 'Twas I who did arrange to pay my union due so I'd not have to learn or change. And when I was replaced, 'twas I who started down the hill and drank away my savings till I couldn't stop myself.
Union busting's got to go, hey, hey. Ho, ho. Union busting's got to go, hey, hey. Ho, ho. Union busting's got to go, hey, hey.
My name's Bill Kennedy, operating engineer. Used to work for Granite in heavy construction. We had a contract. They took they were negotiating the contract, took the health and welfare and the pension plan off, wanted us to take another big cut in pay that like the one we took in 1980, which we just got back. And we told them we're not buying this no more.
In effect, they wanted wage cuts amounting to approximately $3 to $4 an hour in monetary wage cuts. Also, they wanted to do away with our health and welfare plan. They wanted to delete our pension plan and our apprenticeship program. Well, this company wanted to effectively make part-time construction workers.
A lot of people are under the misunderstanding that they get big wage increases every year or every other year. 10 years ago when I met him, he was making $2 more an hour than he is now.
This guy in here barks about us. He's the guy that reaps the benefits from all these people's sacrifices that they've made in here. Ultimately, it's him who benefits from it, him and all his people.
Yeah, my name's Tommy Tynes. I'm out here on strike for Granite Construction Company. They've been on strike since the 15th day of July, 1994. They ain't hiring nothing but rats over there. They fired all the local people in Tucson, and they're hiring all over the country, just whoever they can find. They breaking the union.
As sure as night is dark and day is light, I keep you on my mind both day and night. And happiness I've known proves that it's right, because you're mine. I walk the line. You've got a way to keep me on your side. You give me cause for love that I can't hide. For you, I know I'd even try to turn the tide, because you're mine. I walk the line.
On July 14, 1994, the operating engineers, Local 428, and the Teamsters, Local 104, went out on strike against the Arizona branch of Granite Construction Company. 2 weeks later, the laborers, Local 104, joined them. Based in Northern California, Granite Construction Company is one of the largest contractors in the southwestern United States. At stake was the elimination of the union's health, welfare, and pension plans, as well as the elimination of the union's apprenticeship programs. In addition, Granite, planning on resurrecting the racist Mexican wage, imposed deep wage cuts on those workers working below the 33rd parallel in the southern half of the state, where the proportional representation of Chicano workers is the greatest, less than 200 miles from the U.S.-Mexican border. Granite immediately fired the strikers, replacing them with scabs. At the time of the strike, one of Granite's largest projects was the construction of Maclovio Barraza Aviation Parkway, named after Maclovio Barraza, United Steelworkers of America organizer and co-founder of the Labor Council for Latin American Advancement. Ironically, this project was now being built by scabs.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Oh, workers, can you stand it? Oh, tell me
Will you be a lousy scab or will you take a stand?
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
The company has hired permanent replacement scabs to replace our worker.
You know, he shows up to work one day and he gets his pink slip, and they start, you know, hiring all these non-skilled laborers and, you know, crossing our picket line, and, you know, there's a lot of animosity out here, and
they're trying to break the union. That's cut and dry. That's cut and dry. They're trying to break the union.
What I see, I don't like. Just recently, we were down the street there. We saw one of the guys who crossed the line. He's a Teamster.
Oh,
he
man,
crossed over. And when he crossed, you know, like it was funny because we looked over there at them, and he wouldn't look this way. I can imagine he's embarrassed because I know in his heart he's a union man, but for some reason, whatever his reasoning is, he had to cross over. But he doesn't realize for everyone that crosses over, it hurts the cause here.
You know, from what I've seen, there's part of the people have gone back, but a lot of those members who crossed that gate there, crossed over the gate to go back to work, were, as far as I'm concerned, weak members anyways of our local.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
They say they cannot pay us to educate our child. Their children live in luxury, our children almost wild.
Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on? Which side are you on?
Some people that have got their roots in the union movement, they've made some big sacrifices. All of a sudden, somebody in the younger generation feels that they don't need to abide by those old rules again. So, you know, they take a bribe from the company that will maybe give them a little immediate satisfaction, a little bit extra money right up front, but down the road, when it really counts, 4 or 5 years from now, they've broken that chain. They've broken it, and they're not supporting the community anymore.
Here now, since they've hired scabs, Granite's had more accidents and less production. And it's creating problems for the company, but they're going to keep doing it because they think it's cheaper.
But what they're trying to do is they're trying to maintain a workforce and pay the lowest wages that they can.
Granite filed charges against the unions with the National Labor Relations Board, claiming the strike was illegal and in violation of a contract that had expired a full month before the unions went out on strike. Granite also claimed that the unions had coerced members into not crossing the picket lines. In turn, the unions filed countercharges with the NLRB that Granite had engaged in unfair labor practices by firing the strikers. 12 weeks into the strike, the NLRB threw out the company's charges that the unions had been coercing members to not cross the picket lines and found the union's charges of unfair labor practice to have merit. Indicating that he would rule in favor of the unions, 1 year later, the administrative law judge urged Granite to return to the bargaining table and settle the strike, reminding Granite that failure to immediately settle the strike left the company open to tremendous financial liability. With Granite still refusing to negotiate, the unions are now awaiting the administrative law judge's decision on all charges concerning this case.
Let me tell you about the money-craving folks. What I'm telling you is facts instead of jokes. They're the ones that stands the best, treated better than all the rest. That's the hard-coin, crazy, money-craving folks. Oh, lawyers, your pocketbook.
I think we are going to win this, unfortunately, because of the so-called justice system that we have in this country. Because of the court systems, everything is so slow, it works to the company's advantage, because the longer they drag this on, people forget, people leave the community, people become unsympathetic.
was holding picket lines on Granite out at their main yard when they first started. We held them up in December. I myself personally sit out there 13 hours a day, 5 days a week, and then 4 hours on Saturday. But we've kind of lost a little bit of ground on it because all of our employees, members, has went back to work someplace, and we don't have the personnel to hold picket lines on every place like we were doing.
Union solidarity is a daily preoccupation. You're thinking every day on how to win these struggles. When we first started this strike, we used to picket formally, principally in front of the main office of Granite. But you know, as we looked at it, we realized that the main office of Granite is on a dead-end street. It wasn't conducive to building community support. We feel that community support is a principal ingredient in winning any struggle.
Unity keeps it in focus because the different unions coming to support us brings the attention to the community. There's about 2,000 or 3,000 cars that pass through this area every day, and when they see this group of different labor unions, different coalitions here, it brings it to mind, and they remember that it's a struggle that's still going on, and it affects the entire community. Every single person in this community is affected by what's going on right here in one way or the other.
We went from this dead-end street to where the office is, to right here, Broadway and Euclid, at the one of the sites of the Granite Construction Company, to expose the injustice of what Granite Construction Company is doing to these workers.
Well, it gives me something to do on Friday morning. Come out here and raise a little hell with them, let them know we're still here.
I know from experience that given the conditions in this country right now, that the bosses don't give up easy, that you just have to be out there day after day after day, and that's how you win these struggles, is by being persistent. And I'm real impressed with these working people like Bill Kennedy and Tommy Tynes and these people that are out here every week, and I'm going to be here with them.
How long have you been out on strike for?
Been on strike for almost a year, 11 months.
I'm out here in support of the operating engineers who've actually been on strike for over a year now. As of 2 o'clock this morning, they've been on strike for a full year, trying to protest against the unfair labor practices of the Granite Construction Company.
Well, we're still out here because we're still on strike against Granite. It's exactly 1 year to the date that we went out on strike. It was a lot hotter then than it is now, but the issues have not changed. We still don't have a contract. The company is unwilling, has been unwilling to come to the table and negotiate. And the only thing we heard from the company is, you guys are still here, and we told them, yes, we are, and we're not going to go away till this thing is over.
I know you know, whenever you call me, I'll be there. Whenever you want me, I'll be there. Whenever you need me, I'll be there. I'll be around. Yeah.
At least there's bodies out here, you know, walking up and down the street. Like today, there's only 4 of us here from the operators. One's retired, one's out. His home local's here, but his local's out of California. So actually, there's only 2 of us from the local here. And all the rest of the people are job for justice, which is what we need, is some people out here to walk up and down.
Well, Job with Justice, our main task is to develop broad community support for this strike. So we have a certain amount of network or base contacts in the community from the women's organizations, civil rights, students, retirees, religious organizations, and we call upon those people to support workers in struggle. That's our main role, to build broad community support.
You look here today, and you really see solidarity. People from all kinds of unions, from AFSCME, and this is the kind of solidarity that's...
And from the community?
And from the community. Yeah, that's what Jobs with Justice is all about, is building the solidarity between labor and the community.
I just think it's extremely important to show solidarity with the working people of Arizona. And I think by coming out and picketing, it's something very simple and small that I can do just to show a sign to the community that I'm in support of the workers.
Jobs with Justice has been very instrumental. They've supported us from the beginning. Today you can see we had a lot of their people here. Also with the other unions, because of the AFL-CIO State Convention, we had a lot of different representation from other unions also. But they've been very helpful to us.
My name is Ray Figueroa, and I'm president of the Southern Arizona Central Labor Council. And we are having a AFL-CIO convention, and we just, there's no way that we could be down here as labor and not come down to support our brothers and sisters here. We need to send a message to the company that we are together in solidarity, and that the striking unions here are not by themselves, and then they need to settle the strike.
We're going to go in support of the workers and let these companies know that this stuff has got to stop. And if we have to do it at 100 sites, 1,000 sites, we'll do it. And if we're not successful, we're going to go down fighting. This is what it's all about.
I was born to fight, hey. I tell you I'm the surest bet. There ain't no man, no woman, no beast alive that can beat me, 'cause I'm born to fight.
Corporate America is getting fat, and they don't care about people like us.
I think one of the lessons is that, you know, the bosses are all united. They all belong to associations and organizations of company and business organizations. And working people also have to belong to, you know, not just to the union, but the unions have to unite and help each other.
And the reason I'm out here today is because we all need to support each other in our efforts to have dignity and respect on the job, fair wages, decent working conditions.
If I really want to understand the full scope of human rights, I have to look at the workers' rights too.
We are working people, and we are the backbone of America. So we got to support each other.
With my hats off to all the people that has been out here and done what they have done to help with the strike and everything.
What do you want? Contract! When do you want it? Now!
And I know that Granite, this is not the first property that they have had to strike, and I know that Granite is trying to bust our unions, and like anywhere else, we're out to defend our unions.
This is a prelude to them going into California and shutting down California. And it's not just Granite, it's any other company that's here.
If they beat out the construction workers here at Granite, then they will have a domino effect, and they will go after other organized labor, especially in California, where Granite has a big operation in California.
California, Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice. California, Uber Alice.
I think we're going to win it, because, see, solidarity is stronger than Granite, and we're here to win. We ain't here to lose. And we're just fed up with the union busting and the lowering of wages in this town. We're not going to tolerate it anymore. And so we take solidarity, union solidarity, serious. It's a daily thing for us.
We've all heard so many conflicting words about life, whether wrong or right, but how you gotta be working hard, and it ain't no easy job to survive. Just keep it alive. We've all come to think of
of ourselves as links in a chain, with so much to gain. We are the ones that tie our fathers to our sons, don't you know? And that's how we grow. What my life really means is that the songs that I sing are just pieces of a dream that I've been building. And we can make a stand, and here I'm reaching out my hand, 'cause I know damn well we can if we are willing. But we gotta be willing. Got to be willing. Got to be willing. Got to be willing. Well, we've all been so close to getting in. It's always nice with no sacrifice. The times have changed, and it's no longer strange to make a few corrections in our direction. 'Cause being strong is more than just holding on to advance. You gotta take a chance. Waiting on a line, it ain't nothing but market time. You won't get nowhere just standing there. What my life really means is that the songs that I sing are just pieces of a dream that I've been building. And we can make a stand, and here I'm reaching out my hand, 'cause I know damn well we can if we are willing. But we gotta be willing. Got to be willing. Got to be willing. Got to be willing. We've all heard so many conflicting words about life, whether wrong or right. How you gotta be working hard, and it ain't no easy job to survive. Just keep it alive. And we've all come to think of ourselves as links in a chain, with so much to gain. We are the ones who tie our fathers to our sons.